In the 21st century, NASA's probes discovered a crystal structure on the surface of Mars. When a sample of this structure was returned to Earth, it was discovered that it contained a deadly virus that, if weaponized, would be more deadly than any nuclear explosion ever witnessed. The United States sent a military spacecraft, the Black Neptune, to secure the virus. With the growing tensions between the United States and Russia, the U.S. government felt that this weapon would give them the edge if war broke out between the two nations. The mission was a top-secret operation that only involved 3 crew members of the Black Neptune: Corporal Isaac, Lieutenant Carlson, and Captain Reed. The mission was to extract a crystal structure from the planet's surface and return it to Earth. The Black Neptune arrived on Mars and hovered over the structure. With its advanced tractor beam technology, the crew prepared their system for the extraction. Once the beam made contact with the crystal, a violent storm broke out, tearing across the surface of the planet. The structure somehow dissolved into the storm and began battering the ship with torrents of fragmented crystal. The Black Neptune was disintegrated by the viral tempest. As the hull was breached, the toxic vapors permeated the interior, killing both Carlson and Isaac. Acting quickly, Captain Reed entered an escape pod and ejected before the Black Neptune was completely overrun. Although it escaped the storm, the toxic substance made its way into the pod's oxygen supply. Captain Reed screamed in agonizing pain as the contagion enveloped his body, penetrating his environmental spacesuit and melting away his flesh. Back on Earth, the military was monitoring the incident and decided to activate the self-destruct sequence on the escape pod as both an act of mercy and to prevent it from entering Earth's atmosphere. Just before the detonation, a dimensional portal was opened, and the pod disappeared into it only moments before it received the signal. The pod was cast into an unknown void where it lingered for eons. It eventually re-entered the universe and was detected by a starship that was coincidentally traveling nearby. The starship reeled in the damaged escape pod and brought it on board. The starship was under the command of the evil overlord Necronic, who ordered his minions to pry open the escape pod. Inside, they found a crazed Captain Reed, driven mad by untold ages of isolation. The captain killed 2 of the minions with his bare hands. Necronic was most impressed by this act of violence and saw potential to use this rage to serve his own purposes. The virus somehow kept the captain alive and fused with his body on a molecular level. The virus mutated his human body to adapt to the harsh conditions of open space. This transformation gave the captain superior strength. The Dark Lord Necronic rehabilitated the captain to a more stable state and eventually made him into his enforcer. Reed remembered his military training he learned on Earth, and it proved useful to Necronic's desire for universal domination. He was made commander of Necronic's armies and led legions of troops into battle in the name of the Overlord. Necronic eventually met his end at the hands of one of his own assassins, Unit 522, leaving Commander Reed in complete control of Necronic's remaining forces. This is one of many parts of an ongoing collaboration with Unit 522 and other narration channels to give life to their beginnings and understand the lore of our community. Please subscribe to Unit 522 to hear more from the Origin series and uncover the mystery of the narrators.